everybody, it's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm looking forward to leading you through today's Express Mind-Body Connection here in our nation's capital, the District of Columbia. It is gloomy outside, so my plan for us to do a bunch of sun salutations feels a little silly right now. So we're gonna actually get down on the floor, we're gonna relax. We've only got 30 minutes to be together, to relax into our breath. So I want to make sure that we open as much of those hips and those lower backs as possible. It's a Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday, y'all. So if you're feeling tense, tight, or tired from the work week so far, welcome. Turn off my AC. Grab some water before class starts. We're not going to have any actual water breaks. I really don't even recommend drinking water during yoga if you can help it. So much of the intention is to create that warmth and fire from within. And then when we drink water, oh my gosh, the lighting here. When we drink water, we just cool our bodies down, so we dull that fire that we started in our bodies and in our souls. So we're gonna start AC off, get nice and warm in just about 2 minutes. I recommend that you have a block and you have a strap, and if you don't have a block but you have a foam roller or you have a towel that you can roll up, and then maybe you have another towel or a belt or a long shirt, just something that you can use to assist yourself in today's class. So you can relax, because that's what we're here for. Relaxing not just the body, but relaxing the mind. Great. Okay, so 2 minutes till the party starts. I wrote down a bunch of notes, and you know I lost them, guys. Here's some other notes. Bring these. All right, has the Blues Clues crew, by any chance, spied the Big Blue Timer? Haven't seen it. A couple days now. It's okay. We want it. Timer. It's time. It's time. Let's go ahead and get started. So make your way to your mat or your space on the floor. Hi, it's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. And for today's mind-body connection, opening up the hips and the lower back and some nice glute stretches, I recommend having a strap and either a block or a foam roller or rolled up towel. Get creative. And then get down here on the floor with me and start to relax. Bring your heels together and allow those toes to fall open. So a nice narrow savassanah or corpse pose, keeping your arms by your side if you're on a mat, if your arms can be within the mat space. So maybe a little bit closer together than you're used to. Start to relax here in the stretch. If your lower back is really hurting and you notice that you've created a really large arch, it's normal to have a little bit of bridge ridge of space between your lower back. But if that's not feeling comfortable for you, I want you to go ahead and bend your knees. Take a little tilt of that pelvis to ground as much of your lower back as feels right. And maybe your back feels good, but you decided to come into this supported savassanah today. Just see how it feels. Remember, just like in yin yoga, if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. So find one spot to focus your eyes, your vision. Either your drishti, that point of focus is towards the ceiling right now, maybe gently the tip of your nose, or just closing your eyes. Take the tension out of your upper body, allow that chest to open. Maybe the backs of your shoulders come a little bit more towards the floor. That timer's not timing anything. Sorry, y'all. Okay, let's take 5 more really relaxed breaths here. During that time, I want you to set an intention for today's class. Why did you come? That's all I'm asking you to think about. Are you here because something is stressing you out? Are you here because you want to just build a little bit more flexibility? Maybe all of those things. No matter what, just do your best with the postures that we come into today to just focus on your breath, to let everything else slide away. Be here right now. Do the best that your body can, and whatever it is enough. There's so many things in life that I feel like we try so hard and we can feel like we're not good enough. But I truly promise you that whatever you bring to today's practice, you are good enough. You are worth it. You are worthy of this time. If you happen to go for the bent knee, savasana, thank you, Uncle Bob. Go ahead, extend your legs out. Bring your heels together once again so that your body is in line. It's going to look like I'm doing the opposite, but we're going to keep our left leg straight. Make sure that left leg stays straight. Elongate it and draw your right leg up. Bend your knee, pull it all the way out to the side of the body, and then take both hands to interlace your fingers on top of your shin. Make sure that you didn't bring your hands palms together, so a nice flat interlacing all the way up to the knuckles can help to also relieve some feelings of arthritis. And with that knee pulled out towards the side, then draw it up towards your right shoulder. Relax your left shoulder back on the mat. And can you flex your toes towards your face of your left foot so that your left calf is touching the mat? All right, from here we're going to work to get a pinching compression sensation in the lower right abdomen and stimulate the ascending colon. So I want you to use your hands palms to start to pull your knee in towards your shoulder, but still gently avoiding that rib cage. And while you're pulling that knee in, start to create the opposite pressure of pressing your shin into your hands palms. Your biceps are going to activate, and the more that you push and pull and keep your lower back down on the mat and belly pulled in, that's when you're going to start to feel that pinching compression sensation. So pulling on your shin, pushing your shin into your hands palms, stretching your elbow towards your hips so shoulders are away from your ears. Take one more deep inhale, and on your exhale, without flinging, carefully let go. Extend your right leg forward, bring your legs side by side, bring those heels together for just a moment, and then switch. Draw your left leg up. Pull it out dramatically away from the center line of the body, and then interlace all 10 fingers on top of your shin. Roll the right shoulder back down towards the mat. Find a little extra length through your extended right leg. Flex your toes back towards your face. Draw your left knee as close towards your chest and shoulder as feels comfortable. Nice flat grip of your hand
on top of the shin, start to apply some pressure. Pressing that knee closer towards your armpit. Keep your lower back glued to the floor, your belly tight, your eye gaze is just up towards the ceiling or still towards the tip of your nose. You're pulling with your shins, you're pressing into your hands palms, your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears, elbows are stretching down towards your hips. You should be pulling and pushing so much that your biceps even start to tremble. Maybe you even feel it gently in your triceps. Take one more deep inhale, and on your exhale, carefully release. Both legs are now taking a moment in line, a quick little savassanah, and then you draw your legs up once more. You can do them both at the same time, or you can do one at a time, nice and wide to begin with, and then work to bring your legs together, starting to already feel some compression in the lower part of the abdomen. Don't cross your feet, keep them relaxed side by side, and see how tight of a grip you can get. We're going to bring the backs of our heads back down towards the mat, but if you want to, you can round up and work to grab hold of your opposite elbow. It's challenging, I know, and then release your head back down towards the mat. If that's too tight of a grip for you, maybe you can grab hold of just the opposite wrist, or maybe you just have hold of your fingers, and you can always just keep your hands on your shins and work to bring those knees a little closer towards each other. All right, it's been a while since I could grab my opposite elbow, so I'm going to enjoy that today, and then relax the back of your head back down towards the floor. Shift your gaze from being up towards the ceiling to, especially if you're reaching for that opposite elbow or hand palm, to that diamond shape that you have created between your knees, your shins, and your forearms, and get this throat choking sensation. Give yourself double or triple chins here. Stretch through the crown of your head towards the wall behind you. Create length in your back. Stretch through your hips towards the end of the mat. So stretching through that sacrum, belly pressed into your thighs. Take one more deep inhale, and on your exhale, carefully release. Let's go ahead and with knees bent, relax the feet back down towards the floor. And just take a couple of breaths here. We're going to start off on the floor, come into some big stretches for our hamstrings. So think about using the strap. You don't have to use the strap. I'm going to recommend the strap a little bit more as we come into a nice little flow down here. Oh my God, I thought we were 16 minutes in all of a sudden, and I was like, man, Jess, that's an impressive wind removing posture. All right, so wind removing was a great way to start as our first active posture. It is called wind removing because it is meant to help you remove any excess gas within your system. So anytime that you do that posture, great after a big full meal, just make sure that you start on the right side to work your ascending colon, then your descending colon, and then both legs up, work our transverse colon. All right, we're just melting in the mat right here. Oh, can you extend your left leg again? Now it's going to look like we're doing the same thing. I'm just going to do the opposite so we look like buddies. And you're going to draw your right knee towards your chest. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your thigh. And take a couple breaths right here. If you're feeling any pressure in that lower back, I want you to take as generous or as slight of a bend as you need to through your left leg. Draw that right knee towards your nose and then extend through your right leg. From here, we're just going to point and flex our toes like 5 to 10 times. So go ahead, stretch through your heel, flex your toes towards your face, and then point. Ooh, getting some real great cramps in my foot, which probably means I'm a little dehydrated, and I can admit that I am right now. It's hot in here. It's really humid. Awesome. If you can't straighten your leg all the way out, that's okay. You can have a slight bend in your knee and still find these flexes and points of your toes. Get your last one on this side, and then just relax here for 3 more breaths. Can you release a a little bit more of the back of your shoulders towards the mat. So notice if the grip that you took had you really rounding that upper body to reach forward. I want you to relax here. Remember, you can take that bend of your knee, maybe a little bit more like a half happy baby. And then change. Bring that heel closer towards your glute. And then go ahead, bring your left foot down to the floor. Maybe you extend it right away. Maybe you go for a wiggle all the way out to get both legs in one line. Sorry, right leg. Let's get the opposite side. Whatever the opposite side is for you for this one. So if we're doing the same thing, you're drawing your left leg in. Go ahead, interlace your fingers behind your thigh, and then work to relax your shoulders back down towards the mat. So this is a great time if you're feeling really tight today. You can't quite interlace your fingers behind your thigh. You can already have picked up your strap and just placed the strap or a shirt or a towel or whatever you're using behind your thigh so you can be relaxed right here. Remember, you can bend your extended leg for a little bit less of a stretch and then work to stretch through your left leg. It's okay if one leg didn't come as straight as the other. Work to bring that knee a little closer towards your nose. Big stretch throughout the hamstring and the glute into this extended leg. Hip as well. And let's go ahead and just point and flex those toes. Feel that big stretch on the top of your ankle, like you're really trying to touch the ceiling as you stretch your toes up. Bring that relaxation as best you can to your upper body. Last couple points and flexes. And then go ahead, bend your knee, bring your heel close to your glute again, release that foot onto the floor. Go ahead, bring your other leg in. Let's take a moment. We're going to come into happy baby. So you might need to readjust your lower back to get your sacrum stretched out and on the floor. And take a little anterior tilt of that pelvis. So tilting that pelvis up towards the ceiling to get your lower back on the mat. Just going to move my strap out of the way or bring it to your hands if it's hard for you to reach your feet. Go ahead, bend your knees and draw both knees in. And then point your soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Keep that lower back on the mat. So don't sacrifice drawing those knees all the way to your chest and having your back lift up. You can always open those legs a little bit wider. You can keep your grip behind your thighs. We're just getting both at the same time, or maybe you can transfer your hands all the way up towards your feet. Feel free to give yourself a little massage here on that lower back. But if it feels right for you, challenge yourself a little extra here at the end. Be the happiest baby. Kick both of those feet out. And then inhale, bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your heels together. Carefully, release those feet to the floor. You probably have to press into the outer edges of your feet to lift your glutes up, to relax here. Just another couple moments and postures on our breath, on our back. With reclined bound angle. If you notice a big arch came to your upper back, I want you to walk those feet a little further away from the center line of your body so you can relax a little bit more of that back on the mat. Do whatever feels right with your upper body. Continue with your long, slow, big, deep breaths. And hopefully you continue to feel maybe some bubbling, some movement as we've started to really energize that belly. All right, next up we're going to move into reclined bound angle. So go ahead, bring the soles, into a supported glute bridge. So bring the soles of the feet back down towards the floor. Walk them in a little bit closer and grab hold of whatever prop it is that you're using today. And keep your strap nearby too. In fact, you might even want to make a little loop with your strap that you're going to be able to hook your foot into. We're going to stimulate that belly once more, either right here in this supported glute bridge with your lower back pressed on your props all the way up to your sacrum, and then glutes are hanging off of the mat. Or if you're looking for a little more belly stimulation, you can wiggle or gently start to walk your feet away from you to completely extend your legs. It can create a little pressure in the knees though, with the heels pressed into the floor for pontoon posture. Let's take 5 breaths either in your glute bridge or here in pontoon posture. Oh my gosh. If you extended your legs all the way, bring your heels back into the mat, start to press into your heels and walk or wiggle your feet a little bit further up until we're back into our supported glute bridge. Yes, that is the correct name. So I'm meeting all of our other friends in our supported glute bridge. From here, we're going to go ahead and hook a strap onto the right foot. And then, oh my gosh, wow. I just got a massive cramp in my quad. Okay, from here, we got the strap on our right foot. We're going to extend our left leg and draw that right knee in towards our chest. So from here, oh my gosh, wait, my brain's not working. All right, here we go. I figured it out. Sorry, y'all. That was quite the cramp. All right, so you got the strap on your right foot. Extend through your right leg. Our left leg is going to bend and draw in. The right leg is going to stay straight. Use that strap to bring it towards the floor. And as the left knee comes towards our nose, we extend through the left leg. And then switch. So bring the heel of the left leg towards the glute. Start to draw your right leg towards your face. And then stretch through the left leg. So neither of our legs are touching down towards the floor anymore. We are like amazing aerial acrobats. And we're just taking our time using our breath. Inhale as things start to move. Exhale as we extend legs out and find that bigger stretch. Inhale to move. Exhale to open. One more time in each direction. Inhale, heel comes to glute. Exhale, extend leg away. Inhale, heel comes to glute. Exhale, extend leg away. Go ahead, draw both of those knees in towards your chest. And switch the strap. Switch in the strap. Now the strap is on our left foot, so go ahead, inhale that left leg up towards the ceiling. Nose is coming towards your face, starting with that right leg bent. On your next exhale, extend through that right leg towards the bottom of your mat. Inhale, draw your knee in towards the chest. Your legs pass each other. Exhale, open up that right leg. Inhale, bend it. Hands are walking up the strap to help me find this pull of the opposite leg. Exhale, extend it. Just move in with your own breath a couple more times through on each side. Let's go ahead and get the last one in each direction. We're going to come off of our backs, off of our blocks right after this. Go ahead, draw both knees in towards your chest. One more opportunity to press your lower back into the prop that you're using. As you slip the strap off of your left foot, release both feet down to the floor. Take a deep inhale, lift yourself off of your prop. Exhale, release yourself down, extend your arms out to the side. We'll take a nice spine twist before we get up. So drop those knees to whichever side felt best for you. Turn your chin towards the opposite shoulder. If you can, create some space, crown of your head to the wall behind your shoulders, gently drawing down away from your ears. On your inhale, bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. Press into them, lift your glutes up, roll to the opposite hip. And on your exhale, find your spine twist in the opposite direction. Check back in with how much of your shoulders you can keep on the floor. Make sure those shoulders aren't drawn all the way up towards your ears. So really creating some length and space in your spine between each and every vertebrae. And if it feels good, you can turn your chin to look at the opposite shoulder. But I'm going to stay right here today because this feels good too. Yay! All right, let's go ahead, clamshell those arms closed together, and we're gonna roll onto our bellies. So without sitting up, just rolling over onto our bellies, coming in to Sphinx pose. So bending your elbows and placing your elbows below your armpits. Wow. All right, make sure you're not sinking that chest down towards the floor. So I want you to pull that chest forward and through, and then press into your elbows. Take that squeezy tension out of your glutes, relax your glutes, completely relax your left leg. Maybe even shake it out for just a second. We're gonna do a little bit of back work here from Sphinx. So I want you to look forward with your eyes. Make sure that your eyes aren't down towards the floor. I know it's a lot in your back. With your left leg relaxed, point your right leg. Squeeze that glute gently. Eye gaze stays forward, chin's neutral to the floor. Take a deep inhale and lift that back leg up. Pressing that hip flexor towards the floor. It's probably not going to lift very high. Press those elbows into the floor. Feel how that lower back has really worked. Keep that chin lifted, a little stretch at the neck. Take one more inhale, squeeze your glute. Lift and exhale. Lower that right leg down. Take a moment, shake it out. Even bring your hands, palms down towards the floor. Place your forehead on your pillow. Bend your knees and windshield wipe those legs. Really relieve any tension that might have built up in your lower back right there. We're going to do the same thing one more time on the opposite side. So extend your legs, bring your hands back in, press yourself back up into your awesome Sphinx. So we're not sinking into the shoulders. Chest is coming forward. You can always open your arms a little bit wider if you need to, even bringing your hands forward to take the pressure off of your lower back. And let's do the same exact thing on the opposite side. So first thing we do is we take the tension out of our glutes. Keep that pubic mount and belly button down on the floor, so we're really finding a nice stretch into that lower back. Completely relax your right leg this time. Point your left leg, so your left knee is probably going to lift off of the mat because that leg is engaged, but your right knee might still be touching the mat. Take a deep inhale, chin is neutral to the floor, and lift that left leg up. Stretch your toe back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you, and then find a little pressure one more time, pressing those elbows into the floor. Really feel that back activate. Take a deep inhale, lift that leg, and exhale, lower it down. This time we're going to press ourselves back into a child's pose. So you can lift yourself up for a moment, maybe coming into a little bit more of a cobra. And then bend your knees, send your hips back towards your heels. You're welcome to gently shift the weight a little side to side to bring that stretch into that lower back. Maybe you need more of a stretch in your shoulders, so if it feels good to have your shoulders forward, you can keep them forward and reach through one side of the body and then the other a little bit more. And if those shoulders are too tired, go ahead, come back to those Sphinx arms, and then you can still relax your head down here. Let's get a little bit of a juicy hip opener. So a nice low lunge into a hamstring stretch. Press yourself up. Give yourself a quick little cat-cow. Now let's try a little something something with our neck. So as you're here in cat, I want you to inhale and look forward gently. Just a teeny little bit, and then exhale, tuck your chin back to your chest. One more big inhale, exhale, lower that belly down into cow. First look up, press up, now still pressing into your hands, palms. Tuck your chin to your chest here again. Ooh, back to the normal, chin lifted, and then neutral tabletop. How did that feel for you today? Just wanted to bring some extra stretches to the neck so that as we get into our sun salutations again on Friday, because they're coming, we can just work with finding that stretch through the neck. Awesome. Go ahead. You can shift your hands forward, bring your right foot forward, and then shift the weight as well to find that big opening through the left hip. If you want to bring a little bit more stretch into that left quad, you can go ahead, bend your left leg, keep your left hand down on the floor, reach back. Maybe you can grab it, maybe you can't. Maybe you can use your strap that's nearby and loop that strap in, and then bring the strap over your shoulder to press that knee in towards the floor and get a little bit more of a quad stretch. We'll take one more big inhale, and then exhale, carefully release. Let's shift the weight. So with that left knee down on the floor, extending through that right leg to find a stretch through that right hamstring. If it's too much for you to have your hands on the floor, you can always lift yourself up really high. You're going to feel it a lot less the higher you are, so find that forward hinge. See if you can flex those toes towards your face, bring a little more stretch towards your calf as well. Take one more big inhale. On your exhale, lift yourself up. If you need to, plant that foot on the floor, shift the weight forward one more time into your lunge. Go ahead, tuck your back toes under. I'm going to get the strap off my foot in a sec. Tuck your back toes under, plant both hands down on the floor. Send your right leg back to meet with your left. Send your left leg up towards the top of the mat. There you go, strap. I knew I would get you. And then release your back knee down, coming into this hip opener on the opposite side. Option if you want to bring it more into a quad stretch, just depending on how tight you are, bending that back leg, keeping the same hand down of the leg that's behind you, reaching back with your opposite arm. Maybe you can grab hold of your foot, maybe you're just reaching for it. Maybe you come out a little bit to put the strap on, and then you can hinge forward again. So bringing that strap over your shoulder and bringing the heel closer towards the glute. As you shift forward, brings that beautiful stretch into the quad. Take one more big inhale, and on your exhale, release. Shift the weight back, coming into our hamstring stretch for the opposite side. Flex those toes back towards your face. How close can you comfortably get your nose towards your knee? Even if you're really lifted, you can just work to pull your belly in. Find that forward hinge. Then go ahead, shift the weight forward. Once again, plant both hands on the floor. Tuck your back toe under. Lift that knee up. Send your front leg forward. Meet with that back leg. Send your hips up towards the ceiling and walk the dog. Pedal through each of your heels. You can take the strap off of your foot. One more big stretch into those calves. And then as you're ready, walking your feet to your hands or walking your hands to your feet. I feel like I have a tail. Go ahead, bend your knees, shift the weight into your heels, and slowly roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. At the top, stack your head over your heart, your shoulders over your hips. Just take a moment right here in mountain pose to stretch up through the crown of your head, to be tall and proud, and know that you did the best that you can with the body that you have today, and hopefully you feel amazing. Open up your chest, turn your hands, palms forward even, so that you can gently lift your heart and get all of the amazing energy in the space around you. Maybe even twist a little from side to side. I'm ready for you, positive vibes. Awesome.
And that's it, y'all. If you have any questions or concerns about anything I said or we did today, I hope that you'll reach out. Look forward to getting 2 more yoga classes in with you this week. Till we see each other again, think good thoughts, speak good words, eat good foods, do good deeds, nourish yourself from the inside out, and consider signing up for our awesome summer bingo. See you all again soon. Have a wonderful day.